Hello, conscious breathers, infinite beings alike, breath family. What is poppin'? Today we're going to talk about Scalar on the Aura, and we're going to be joined by Aura.portal. See if I can get him in here. Aura.portal. Oh, there he is. Invite. Here we go. What's the triangle for? Oh, there he is. Hello, brother.
Hello, brother.
It's been a while since we've seen each other face to face.
Pretty long time, yes, indeed. I think whole universe has shifted tremendously since the last moment we've met.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you and yourself integrating here in Miami.
Thank you. Yes, this land has been a fertile land for me. It helped me to experience things that I didn't even expect I can experience.
So before we get into our experiment, do you want to give everyone a background on what you do and the company that you founded and your mission and a little bit about your history getting into it?
Absolutely. As you can see, we all colorful beings, but we are not only colorful in the spectrum of what our eyes can perceive. We also colorful and vibrate differently beyond our body. Our body is just a channel through which we receive and transmute the energy. For some people, energy can be understood in terms of vibration, color, frequency, density, but it's also just another expression of energy. If we go deep into creation, we can understand that our body is also a simple frequency, nothing bigger, nothing smaller, just another frequency. The way I've started my life with Aura.portal has begun 8 years ago. I opened a space where I wanted people to connect deeper to their energy, ability to heal themselves. And my event venue was attracting people from different places in life. Some were really aware, really awakened, and some of them were just a walk-in. And they would be just fascinated. Oh, these crystals are beautiful. What are the yoga classes for? I see you teach meditation, but why? What is energy healing? I've heard about Tesla. I know about energy, but never knew that energy can be manipulated or used in any way beyond just battery in a car. So that's where it started. I started to feel that people need to see the energy in order to perceive it and connect with it easier. And I started to look for equipment that could reveal the energy of our human body. And the results were not very exciting. It was just machinery, which we call X-ray machine, thermography machine, MRI machine, but that was not exactly what shows us what I wanted to see. I remembered in my biology class I saw a picture of Kirlian photography where they were taking a shot of a plant and that had different frequencies all around of it. And that's what I wanted to see about the human body, or any human being, or a live being like a dog, a cat, or a plant. And once, a couple of weeks later, I found people at one of the spiritual expos in New York who had Aura camera, just exactly what I needed. I will make it a very brief story. So now the camera is with me. Here it is. Aura camera, Goggins camera. That is just the camera. It takes picture of you. but the camera has a wire in and hand sensors. So this is where the magic starts. Hand sensors read your energy, similar to a fitness track, and convert the measurement into a color. Color is the expression of your state, your mindset, your wellness state. It helps us to understand how you adapt into life, how you're going through it. Are you resisting the energy that is coming through you to this planet, or you're working together and just contemplating through it? So this is what Aura camera is about, helping you to see the energy, the expression of you, and how you integrate it through yourself. And when we met with Devon, he was walking barefoot, and that was exciting for me. I love weird people. I love experimenters. I love alchemists walking in these human bodies, experimenting with their own body, experimenting with the different modalities. And I said, oh my God, I love you, even though I don't know you. And so we decided to do an experiment. And Devon was wearing his pyramid, and pyramid was part of my event venue in New York 7-8 years ago. We were activating people. I was taking people on meditation retreats in Egypt, and I saw you, Devon, promoting and inviting people to experience similar things. So it's very exciting that this wave of awakening is coming through you.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. I met you, I was experimenting before and after wearing the tensor glasses. I don't have it on me right now, but I was wearing them. A lot of people were like, what are those glasses? So yeah, if you want to explain a little bit about it.
So I saw copper glasses with Devon. He wasn't wearing them much, but I said, that's really great. They're made out of copper, first of all. Then they have a spiral, the way they develop. So they accumulate the density of the energy. So they will intensify everything around your mind and the frequencies that going through your mind around your body, in addition to the pyramid. And so we decided to do experiment before and after glasses, or amplifying glasses. And what we discovered was, I don't have the picture itself, but Devon owns it now. And we discovered that it intensifies the pineal gland activation. So his third eye opens up and it merges and infuses the energy of all other realms, like astral realm in first place, and it just helps him to be more sensual in fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional world, but bring this information into language that we can understand, and so it becomes very empowering tool. And wearing it is a great tool to help Devon just deliver the messages he needs to deliver and see the world with more clarity. It's a different way to see the world when you have more energy within you, and that gently leads us to understanding scalar waves. It's not something like that. Me, I'm the person who don't read and just channel most of the information. I'm very intuitive and in tune, so that's how I get my resources. Or I connect with people like Devon and just receive some energy exchange with them and experience exchange with them. So yeah, seeing how the energy intensifies around you with the help of different tools, crystals, sacred geometry, just unites and marries with this concept of scalar waves really well. I'm sure you, Devon, will express a little bit more about it, but we wanted to experiment. I said I don't want to know anything about scalar waves. I just want to offer my picture, my piece of myself, piece of my energy, and just send me whatever you want to send. I'm very sensitive, so I'll share everything I observe. And so some of our participants at this call definitely not really educated in this area, just like me, and some are very profound and already most likely far away in technological way or conscious awareness and awakening state. Yeah, so nevertheless, we experimented, and every day I was taking aura picture with my camera. Most of our conditions where I would take the picture were same. So from scientific perspective, I was trying to preserve non-biased condition where everything is same. My clothing was changing, but it was still me every day. It was me shooting myself so that there is no other person's energy involved in the space. And there's two things I would want to highlight. First thing, it's not common for me to see my aura change every day. It's not common for any human being to see their aura changing every day. It's your hormonal system that helps you to adapt to your reality, and your brain's mission, goal, and priority is to make your world as stable, as predictable as possible. So that's why most of us will experience similar aura colors on a daily basis, and seeing different color on a daily basis for me was first of all like a red flag. Something is happening. Something is going on, and it really affects my life and my energy. Secondly, I started to observe instability in my life flow. I watched your couple of stories and how you reshare content, and it was interesting to see that people find benefit in scalar waves. With me, it was, I'm in spirituality for more than 12 years, and I always try to see benefit in what's happening, but there were more intense retrogrades. I never had such retrogrades in my life. Everything was breaking. My camera fell down. I broke it twice. I had to spend a lot of finances on repairing it. I broke my car. I got into accident, even though nothing is an accident, but it's an accident. And it forced me to switch from rental and just commit to leasing. And I got a brand new car. The most important, I started to get things I want to be filled with or have in my life. So I would call it life, or these scalar waves. They were just like eraser in my life. They were removing from my life everything that was not created through commitment, through full connection, and replacing it with elements where I feel like I'm in control. I get to choose, and when I choose, it stays with me, it's consistent, and it gives me more energy. Even the crystal here, I'm wearing rose quartz. That also was, I would call, pushed into my life and forced into my life just similarly. I didn't have a chance to wear a crystal, and I was invited for a commercial, and I felt like naked without crystal in my heart, and I felt like really connected to this one. And similarly, it was just intensifying everything. So how I would describe scalar waves, I would describe it as magnifying energy. It's just like you have a regular energy state, and then you drink 3 espresso shots or have 3 bottles of Red Bull, something that you could relate to on a material level kind of a consciousness. So it was intensifying everything, allowing me to fix, shift, change quickly. Yeah, I lost my voice for a week, and I was still being able to work and create experiences for people. Many events got canceled with me because I couldn't speak, but still there were other ways to receive that abundance I needed. So it was really exciting to see how replacement or substitute is happening. So I realized that we never lose in life. We get substitute for something better. Not fully realizing in the beginning how beneficial it is, but in the end it is. So I would feel that even though I don't feel in the numbers abundant in my life right now financially, but I feel abundant in terms of excitement, passion, drive, certainty. There is a sense of stability inside of me. When you stand in the ocean or in the river, you just always feel its presence. The water is present. Similar with this energy that I get as add on to myself. It's like always there, available. If I want something, I have the energy to manifest it, to create it. So that's how I would describe my experience. And so the last thing, my typical aura is red-blue. Let me see if I have it. red, blue, something like this. That's my typical aura. But presence of green started to become more prominent, and green is the color of therapy, healing, and growth.
Oh, are you literally going back from day one? Is that what you're doing?
No, not really.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just showing examples. Who am I? But I started to be pushed more into blue, and that was the last one, blue and purple. This is what I'm feeling really aligned with as qualities, and the qualities are, first of all, white, high consciousness energy being available to you. Then purple color, and purple color is the color of intuition, yet chaos, turbulence, but certainty that everything is happening for the best, as if the storm is carrying you. It's a weird teleport that carries you through some weird black hole, white hole, and then it drops you in the oasis, in the heaven. It delivers you to the place where you would be just feeling, wow, I feel amazing. I feel like I'm safe. I feel peace. Yeah, so a lot of blue now, where it's just helping me to be more a teacher. And I got invited again back into my facilitator role to teach meditation, do more intuitive readings for people beyond just aura photography and energy reading during this experience. Yeah, so this is my experience with scalar waves. I feel it's a booster, and it requires maybe some comment, warning, your life will never be the same. I'm sorry, you cannot go back.
Yeah, it definitely does that. I wanna ask you real quick. You did mention that it was irregular for someone's aura to shift that quickly. Did you? I heard you say that.
Yep, correct. It's very inappropriate kind of phenomenon for the aura to shift. Our equipment does multi-layered reading. It's not only emotions, it's not only feelings, it's a very tiny part. It's like 10-20% of the whole aura picture. Everything else is more of your organs functions, your hormonal system functions, your hormonal glands functions, your digestive system, your electromagnetic field within the brain, how your nervous system sends signal up and down, your blood circulation, all of it in a form of a state or a color associated with the color itself. Of course, we can bring in a knowledge of chakra system that can help some people to understand their aura better or their states better. But overall, that's a very medical approach here. It's less spiritual. It's me making it more spiritually inclined to support people in understanding what they feel during these days of life.
Yeah, I remember when we first met, you were hitting everything on point. And I'm like, all right, this guy's the real deal. And that's why you're actually coming to our breath ascension retreat on Saturday. So I'm really pumped for that.
Excited. I cannot wait for it to happen. I would love to help everyone to realize themselves even on a deeper level and just understand the impact of their breath and impact of community and intention.
Yeah, so tapping back into the colors, everything I've read over this long period of my journey, you may say, yeah, I've always read that your aura stays a certain way within a certain couple days, if any. I've never.
Yeah. Of course, some therapy or change of perception of your personal value does affect your aura. It may shift it, or plant medicine, or mostly plant medicine. If we speak about alcohol, drugs, sex, then it doesn't really affect, because it's part of your natural biology.
Right.
To kind of be toxicated and be very sexual.
Exactly. Um,
Yeah, so I don't have all the pictures with me, guys. Some of them uh, got lost between journeys, between trips and setups. But you did post a really nice collection, like a collage of all the pictures that been taken.
yeah.
Um, for those who are interested to discover about the colors and just play the game of investigation, you may feel free to visit our website or visit our Instagram page and just read on the website all the descriptions and all the myths about the aura, bad aura, good aura. I believe that energy is neutral. It's our mind that changes our perception of it or changes perception of ourselves. So it makes the world biased.
Powerful, powerful. And another thing I want to comment on as well, you also do inanimate objects, right?
Yes.
Right. Can you touch on that? Because I always talk about it on my channel all the time, how before all the different types of religion came to be, there was animism. A lot of people really believed in animism because I truly believe they were definitely connected on a higher plane of consciousness before the fall of man that we perceive as today. But we're solely remembering, right? It's all about a game of remembering. So I want you to definitely touch on that in terms of inanimate objects. And not just crystals, because we did it. We even did it with the copper, with the glasses and everything. Sure, but yeah, if you want to touch on that.
I perceive universe like a multi-story condominium building. If we remove one, everything collapses. Or layers below will experience more pressure. There is no balance. There is no harmony. There is no even energy distribution between different dimensions and levels. Even if it's a difficult metaphoric example, just think about plant. It starts as a seed, then it goes into a root, a stem, and then it's a flower, and then the flower turns into a fruit, and then the fruit turns into a seed, and then it starts again, but multiplied. So everything is thriving based off expansion, and I'm not going to touch about Fibonacci spiral, but it helps you to just see that everything in life supports each other, flows each other, moves each other. Something that is stronger supports the weaker. It elevates it. So whenever the density increases, it means there is more energy. It's so dense that we can experience it. When there is little of energy, it becomes less dense. It's different. But getting back to the term of animism and having objects, a soul, or having a consciousness, it's playing its role. It's just holding the space for us, just like in that building. It creates a platform for us to exist. Or think about your parents. Your father has created you, and then he sent a piece of his consciousness in a DNA code into your mother, and your mother womb accepted it in a cell and offered its body as a temple or as a castle and preserved you and allowed you to multiply and offered you all the resources you need. And then you came out to the surface. You separated when the umbilical cord got caught, and now you are a separate being. If you're a girl, you can be another host for another soul. If you're with more of masculine body or masculine energy, then you are more of a creator from the other side. So any object you touch, it has its own function that allows the next object to exist. It's like without light, we don't understand darkness. Without darkness, we don't understand light. So everything is co-creative. So objects around you, they have their own structure, which then we call geometry. So that structure allows the space to be born. If you imagine pyramid, the structure of it, the one you, Devon, is wearing, the space around it is also structured and affected, but its shape is different. It's vice versa. It's like mirror reflection, so that it could fit in, and then together we are one. So we are split consciousness with clusters surrounding us. We can travel our consciousness from one into another and assess ourselves and perceive ourselves differently. So when we channel crystals, when we channel food, when we channel earth, when we channel energy, when we are in a vortex, when we are flying in the sky with a parachute, or we are in outer space, or we are in our meditation and shifted consciousness state, all of that helps us to just understand that we are limitless and we can be anything, and that anything is part of us. We cannot divide ourselves.
Exactly. I wanna share that your exact exhale takes 3 to 4 days to go all around the world, touches everything, and then comes right back to you. And in the science field, science, quote unquote, there's something called the phantom effect, where they measured biophotonic resonance, where monks were meditating and then they left, but they were still, the energy was still reading pretty high of where they were meditating at.
Correct. The consciousness stays. Our presence affects that space. But I also want to remind, I always feel people forget that you exist beyond the earth. Where we are right now, in 1 second, we are already in a different place in one wholeness. Our planet keeps on flying through the outer space, and the outer space keeps flying through other space. And so it's never-ending process. Only because it's moving, we exist. If the energy stops, nothing exists. So we are grateful, whoever created this matrix, we can at least play in this time and feel things.
Yeah, it's just one big party of what I like to say remembering. It's a remembering process, and that's what it takes to really explore and have more fun with this human experience as we move on.
So I would like to just set an intent, kind of focus the energy from this experiment for myself, for everyone who probably will listen or ever experience this, is if you feel disconnected, if you feel limited, you're correct. That's the first step. Second thing, if you have curiosity to discover a state of fulfillment, oneness, wholeness, being limitless, at least more abundant than you feel before feeling limited, try to discover what separates you from that version of you. It's still you. You know it exists. You're imagining it. So if you can imagine it, means it exists. You just need to connect. And then there are streams, there are energies that allow this image, that visual, that imagination to exist, and the one consciousness from which you are thinking about it. And so scalar waves is that bridge that unifies everything and allows you to teleport from one state into another. These are the doorways, these are the channels, these are the pathways that will support your transition. Becoming aware of it, you can never forget it.
It leaves that imprint. It leaves it.
I learned to, when I was a young child, I learned to drive bicycle. Then I learned to drive motorcycle. And I realized, well, motorcycle is faster. And then I learned to drive a car. Oh, car is faster, especially during winter and rain. And then I learned flying airplanes. Oh, wow. Now I can be really quick. And then I learned meditation. And then I learned manifestation, healing. You cannot unlearn it once you discover those speeds, those energies, those abilities. They're all part of us. So just be open, or don't be open, be closed. It's your choice. You always have the choice. You regulate your reality.
Hey, beautifully said, brother. You're always right. You're always right.
Yeah.
um, yeah, because you are the biggest pusher of your reality. So, in terms of the direction, the path that you're putting yourself on, we always have control of that.
And I would love to acknowledge all the survivors who stayed with us till the end of this live. Support to you guys. And yeah, if you're here, I think you're in the right place. And of course, we always hear what we need to hear. So whoever connected or never connected, you're still in your flow. There is no better, good, easy, or difficult. It's just your path. And I'm grateful to you, Devon, my brother from your mother, that you allowed this to happen. If you wouldn't allow it, it would never exist. So I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, brother, for experimenting and just accepting and being open to this whole experience. Because when I first met you and we did the aura picture and you were coming at every single point, I was like, okay, this guy is definitely the real deal. And personally, like, I'm very skeptical sometimes. Well, most of the time, I'm very skeptical even for myself. Even though I wear a pyramid, yeah. But I have to see the science, but beyond the science, I have to feel. I'm more of a person that I want to feel. If it's real, let me feel it. Then beyond what
Yeah,
everyone's talking about,
absolutely.
I want to feel it. And I definitely felt a powerful presence that you were radiating when you did my did my aura picture. And yeah, I'm very blessed to have met you, brother,
Since
and
now
honored.
your team or your followers, my followers, are capable to walk into my experience showroom or meet me, but I do intuitive reading on a distance as a remote reading. To me, it doesn't matter where you are and who you are. We use scalar waves, we use electromagnetic waves to assess and access energy and feel you and read you. So I do offer remote readings, and if somebody feels an impulse that you want to connect to yourself better, please feel free to reach out. But I want to share before we close up that every one of us is just like me, just like Devon. We just had different stimuluses that awakened us. You just need to have the similar algorithm and it will hit you in a similar way. Going from this guy, you can just feel the energy and how it feels to you, right? This kind of quality of color. And this guy, it's like, I'm not gonna comment. I want each of you to have your own comments about it.
Let
But
the energy speak for itself at that point, right?
exactly.
Well, brother, thank you again.
Thank you.
And for those that are rewatching this, his Instagram is Aura.portal.
Yes, this is a portal where you get to see your energy, and then you come back to your normal life and just be aware of your aura.
Well, thank you all for sharing the breath. Peace and blessings. Peace.